Welcome guys on Fashion but Amory. Today I will present you my top 5 of the classes card that came out in Monarch. Let's just jump right into it. My first one will be Popping. It's in Red Pitch. It's a Brood card. I think this card is just so good. It can easily get dominate, and plus it can activate the arena ability and to give it intimidate. So in that case, it's a pretty good card. I don't play Brood, but I play against this card that a friend play against me, and it's the turn that he plays this. I'm sweating because it's so much pressure that you give in one turn. It's it's crazy, and if you play Brood, I would say just include the red pitch of this card anyway. It's a really good one. The next one is a Vexing Malice in the red and blue pitch. It's a really cool design card for the Rumblade class because the fact that you will be able to do 2 arcane damage shows that Runeblade is not only based on the Ancient, and that's forced maybe the opponent in the future to run 2 new rule effect because the in that case one of the arcane damage is passing, and that can activate cards like Meet and Greet or Dread Triptych, which is can be huge. So I like that sometimes in that case the Rimblade is lining a bit more towards the wizard than the physical, like the warrior. Not maybe the warrior, but because the warrior is a weapon-based class, but like lining towards more like a physical damage class. I like that they are pushing a bit more the arcane side of it. So this card is strong. This card is good in Chain and Viceroy in both blue, especially the blue and also the red pitch. And I think it shows us that maybe in the future, Rumblade's hero or style gonna lean towards the wizard way more, and that I really like that card a lot for that reason also. The next one is Eclipse. So is the legendary instant, the 2 only legendary set that we get up until now. It's Doomsday and Eclipse. Personally, I think that Doomsday is not that great, and the only reason for that is that you cannot play it from your banish zone, which is it's a huge deal because you will maybe banish it by mistake, I would say, or because you don't have luck, and that's the opposite of Eclipse, which is making it so good. Is that you just have it in your banish zone. It's just sleeping there. It's just not even inflicting you 1 damage because it's not a blood death card. So it's just sleeping there, and during your game, you might play your 6 blood dead cards, and there you go. You can have Urza coming up and just pushing even more tempo on your way, and it's for that card is good. Of course, this card is, I would say, only playable in the classic constructed. I would say at the competitive level, you're gonna have fun. There's a deck that have been built in Chain for Blitz with an Eclipse strategy, so it's possible, but competitively, it's not that great. But after the one in classic constructed, it's just an auto include because you don't play your strategy is not to get Eclipse every game. It will just be there. If not, it's just a 3 pitch card, so it's good anyway. And for that reason, I really like that card. It's just so um, versatile, and you don't need to have a strategy for it actually to play it. So I'm trying now, starting now to play a more classic constructed, and my first deck is a chain deck because I love that card. I really want to play that card, so it's for that I like that class, that hero especially. So it's for that I practicing with it, and I have good result. I have to say, it's not coming out every game for sure, but when it does, it hurts quite a lot because with chain it's not so impossible to give go again after the last card before I would say eclipse, that you are able to attack with Urza that turn, which is a seize attack. So your opponent can be quite surprised about this. And the next this card will be, of course, go really well with the Seed of Agony. Great card also. It goes well with it. You play the 9 cards, the 9 Seeds of Agony in your decks. Also the Domigon, the red and the blue pitch. The fact that they are 0 and you can play from your banish zone and just keep going. The Eclipse get there, they get out sooner than later. So those cards are really good. Next one is also a shadow cards. I'm sorry, light people. I chose my side here. It's Shadow Puppetry. It's we can mainly play in chain at the moment. I think it can be played in Livia actually because you can give it go again to your next attack and after attack with your weapon behind. So I think this card should have more testing in Livia, in my opinion. I'm not playing Shadow Brood myself, but I'm just throwing out the idea like this. This card is really powerful because in the text it doesn't precise if it's a Rune Blade or Shadow attack action. So you can play a E-Strike or Command and Conquer after this, and that's huge. Giving +1 and go again to Command and Conquer, it's a big deal. And when you open and see that coming to their face, they just cry. And because they will have to lose a lot of their hands, equipment, so this is really pushing the envelope, I think. So much so that I heard that apparently the design on the Shadow Puppetry might have a mistake. It should have been only shadow cards, and not like any cards. So of course, we as shadow players, we are using this and we are even abusing of this. But in all Shadow Puppetry, if you have that card, just keep it. You play shadow, it's a must-have. It's especially if you play chain, it's a must-have. The next and last one is Luminaris. Also, really, so in that case, it's a weapon. This is a great card because I don't play Illusionist myself, but what I can see with that card is that not only in the future, Hero can be a cornerstone of your deck as much so that you will have to have your own strategy around it, but weapon also. And in that case, you can really see this with Luminaries quite clearly, is that it changed the playstyle of Illusionist totally. Your deck will be really different. You will have more aura-centered deck. Of course, you can have one with the huge phantasm attacks, but you just can change your deck and try the aura one. So it can be really two different deck, only with a weapon that is different. And you play the same class, the same hero, but just based on the weapon, it changes it all. And that's what I'm looking for, why I like this card, because I think LSS is telling us here a bit that, guys, look at the hero, also look at the weapons, because those might have a huge impact in the future. They will maybe, of course, launch new hero in one set, like they did in Crucible of War, but they will also maybe just launch way more weapon, and we will just have fun to dig build around it, and that can change a lot of how we play the hero. And plus, you can change your weapon; they can be in your side of the deck. So you can really, in classic construct deck, change how your deck gonna interact, and you can change the taste of your deck depending on of which classes or hero you are facing in the next round. So in that case, I think weapon and luminaries are really interesting design all around. That's it, guys. I think I will wrap it up here. Thank you for watching, and of course, if there is a card that I didn't mention, it's just the top 5. I didn't want to do a top 10 because after it starts to be a bit endless. Just put it right in the comment. We can talk about it. I'm happy to share my thought and to hear yours. Why you prefer that card and why you think I should have mentioned it. So just leave it in the comments, and just let's see each other in the next video.